In the long and winding history of coin collecting, few modern pieces have captured imaginations quite like the elusive 1988 one-penny coin. At first glance, it seems like just another ordinary copper-plated coin you might find rattling in an old drawer or lodged beneath the sofa cushions. But beneath its humble appearance lies a story of minting mishaps, limited releases, and the kind of collector demand that turns pocket change into priceless treasure. The story begins in the United Kingdom's Royal Mint, a historic institution responsible for producing coins for centuries. In 1988, an unintentional error resulted in the creation of a tiny handful of pennies featuring a mismatched obverse and reverse design. While most coins struck that year bore the familiar Mackin portrait of Queen Elizabeth II and the newer crown portcullis design on the reverse, a minuscule number were mistakenly paired with an earlier die, featuring a different portcullis design intended for proof sets only. These coins were never meant to enter circulation. But through an oversight during the striking process, a few escaped the walls of the Royal Mint and made their way into public hands. For years, they sat unnoticed, indistinguishable from their countless copper cousins. What makes them stand apart isn't something immediately visible to the untrained eye, it's a minute difference in the positioning and detailing of the design elements, subtle enough that even experienced collectors needed magnification and mint records to confirm authenticity. As the years passed, whispers of this rare error spread among numismatists. Collectors began combing through their old coin jars, hoping to unearth one of these remarkable mistakes. By the early 2000s, only a handful had been verified by reputable grading services, making them one of the rarest decimal coins ever produced in the UK's history. Their rarity isn't just in the small number produced, it's also in the fact that most likely ended up spent or lost before anyone realized their importance. The numismatic community regards error coins as valuable because they capture a moment of imperfection in a system designed for precision. Every mint error has a story, and in the case of the 1988 one penny, it speaks to a transition period in British coin design, a moment when old and new clashed behind closed doors at the mint. It's this layered history that gives the coin a weight far beyond its face value. Authentication is essential. The vast majority of 1988 pennies are standard issue and hold no special value. Experts look for precise indicators, the portcullis design, the shape of the chains, and the exact positioning of the date relative to the beaded border. Only with professional verification can a coin's authenticity, and thus its incredible value, be confirmed. Counterfeits and misidentified coins occasionally surface, but none have matched the quality and provenance of the few authenticated examples. Demand for these coins has reached staggering heights in numismatic circles. Auctions have seen collectors from around the world bid aggressively for one of these elusive pennies, with prices climbing year after year. The combination of rarity, historical intrigue, and the thrill of owning a piece of numismatic folklore drives values into the stratosphere. What was once a forgotten penny has transformed into a legend among coin collectors. In 2016, a verified example of this rare 1988 one penny surfaced at a private auction, and what followed stunned even seasoned coin dealers. The coin, after fierce bidding from international collectors, sold for an astonishing $2.7 million. It set a new record for a modern British decimal coin and signaled to the collecting world just how prized this particular error had become. From mere pocket change to multi-million-dollar treasure, its journey is nothing short of remarkable. Today, the whereabouts of remaining examples remain a mystery. Experts believe that at most only a few are left in private hands, with others potentially sitting unnoticed in old collections or charity shop tills. The chance of discovering one is incredibly slim, but it's stories like these that keep treasure hunters and amateur numismatists sifting through their loose change, chasing the impossible. The coin's value isn't solely about its scarcity. It represents a tangible link to history, an artifact of human error, and a reminder that sometimes, the smallest objects hold the greatest stories. In the world of numismatics, where coins tell tales of empires, revolutions, and forgotten monarchs, this humble 1988 one penny has etched itself into legend not for what it was meant to be, but for what it accidentally became. In 1979, the Royal Mint struck countless coins for everyday use, including the humble one new penny. It was a small, copper-plated coin meant for pockets and purses, not glass cases or auction rooms. But hidden among these millions lies a rare variant that would, decades later, cause a frenzy among collectors and historians alike. Not all coins are born equal, and in the world of numismatics, a tiny detail can turn a common coin into a priceless relic. The one new penny was part of Britain's decimal coinage system introduced in 1971, modernizing the old shillings and pence into a simpler, logical system. For years, these coins were everyday objects, passed hand to hand without a second glance. But as is often the case, history has a habit of slipping unnoticed into the mundane. A single misprint or an experimental batch can leave behind a trace that becomes legendary. Among the 1979 mintage, an extremely limited number of one new penny coins were struck with an unusual anomaly. Most bore the standard new penny inscription, but a rare handful featured an early prototype reverse design or slight variations that set them apart. It wasn't until coin enthusiasts began examining old collections that these unique pieces surfaced, catching the attention of the numismatic community. Collectors are drawn to the smallest inconsistencies, a misplaced letter, a shifted design, or a trial die. In the case of the 1979 new penny, it was subtle but significant enough to spark debates. Some believe these were pattern coins, created for testing before final production runs. Others claim they were error pieces, struck by accident and quietly released into circulation. Stories surrounding these coins grew as rumors spread through auction houses and private collectors' circles. A retired mint worker allegedly hinted at a secret trial batch, while another account suggested a high-ranking official pocketed a few as curiosities. Whatever their true origin, the mystique surrounding the coin only deepened over time, with no official record confirming their planned existence. For decades, these rare coins remained out of public awareness. Occasionally, a sharp-eyed dealer would spot one, and whispers would circulate, but nothing solid surfaced. That changed when one surfaced at a specialist auction, accompanied by expert verification. The coin's pristine condition and distinctive features made headlines, and its story captivated both seasoned collectors and casual hobbyists alike. What makes this coin so fascinating isn't merely its rarity but its place as a historical outlier. Coins like these offer a tangible link to a transitional period in British currency history. They tell of changing times, evolving designs, and human error or experimentation within an institution as rigid and traditional as the Royal Mint. Every coin has a story, but this one managed to remain untold for longer than most. After that auction appearance, demand surged. Collectors worldwide began scouring their old jars, purses, and collections. Auctioneers reported a sharp increase in penny appraisals, while coin forums buzzed with speculation and hopeful discoveries. The market value for these elusive coins escalated dramatically as their verified numbers remained stubbornly low. In a dramatic moment for British numismatics, one of these rare 1979 one new penny coins achieved a record-breaking sale. At a prestigious London auction house, it was sold for a staggering $2.7 million to an anonymous international collector. The coin, gleaming with age and history, had transcended its humble origins to become a symbol of rarity and historical intrigue. Today, the 1979 new penny stands as one of the most sought-after coins in the world. Its story reminds us that value is often found where it's least expected, and history can hide in plain sight. As long as pockets and drawers still hold old coins, there's always a chance that another one might surface, ready to rewrite the story once more. In the world of coin collecting, there are stories that defy logic, tales of humble coins striking fortune in ways no one expected. One such legend belongs to the 1999 one penny coin, a piece so rare, so steeped in mystery, it has left numismatists and casual collectors alike endlessly fascinated. While most coins of this denomination from that year are worth only their face value, a single, extraordinary variation has emerged as one of the rarest finds in modern minting history. The story begins with a simple minting anomaly, an error so subtle it went unnoticed by the Royal Mint at the time. In 1999, a test batch of one penny coins was struck using a rare die meant for a different series. This resulted in a unique combination of design and composition never meant for public release. Only a handful are believed to exist, with most either destroyed or lost to time, making surviving specimens unimaginably valuable. what makes this coin particularly intriguing is not just its rarity, but the circumstances under which it surfaced. The first known discovery happened in the early 2000s when an unsuspecting man in Manchester found one among his spare change. At first glance, it appeared ordinary, but closer inspection revealed distinct discrepancies in the design details and metal finish. Word quickly spread through the numismatic community, igniting a nationwide hunt. Experts soon confirmed that this wasn't a standard coin but a prototype, a pre-production piece accidentally released into circulation. Unlike standard 1999 pennies made of copper-plated steel, this anomaly possessed a slightly different alloy composition and an alternative font style on the date inscription, minute details detectable only to the trained eye. The combination of these features instantly propelled it to legendary status. Over the years, sightings of this elusive penny remained scarce. Each rumored appearance sparked fierce debates, but authenticated examples are exceedingly few. Most numismatic authorities agree that fewer than 5 genuine pieces exist today. Their rarity has made them the holy grail for British coin collectors, a prized artifact capable of transforming an ordinary pocketful of change into a life-altering fortune. The allure of the 1999 penny lies not only in its rarity but in the enigma surrounding its creation. To this day, no official explanation from the Royal Mint has surfaced regarding the minting error. Some speculate it was an experimental issue, while others believe it resulted from a simple oversight in the die setup during a transitional period. This uncertainty has only fueled the fascination surrounding the coin. Auction houses have long anticipated the public appearance of one of these rare coins, and when it finally happened, the results were staggering. A verified specimen surfaced in a private collection and was put up for bidding at a major London auction. Collectors from across the globe vied for ownership, recognizing its unmatched historical and numismatic significance. The bidding war was relentless, with offers coming in from wealthy collectors, museums, and institutions desperate to secure this piece of minting folklore. Experts predicted a high closing figure, but no one foresaw the final hammer price. The room fell silent as the auctioneer announced the record-breaking sale, the coin fetching an astonishing sum. That single 1999 one-penny coin sold for an eye-watering $2.7 million. The sale shattered previous records for modern British coins and established the penny as one of the most valuable contemporary coins ever sold. The event marked a turning point in the perception of everyday currency, proving that even the most unassuming objects can harbor immense worth. Since then, stories of similar pennies surfacing in spare change, car ashtrays, and old coin jars have become a staple of collector folklore. While no other verified examples have matched the auction penny's value, the very possibility keeps enthusiasts endlessly searching. The dream of finding such a rare, life-changing coin has become part of British collecting culture. The legend of the 1999 one penny endures, reminder that sometimes unimaginable value hides in plain sight. It teaches that history and fortune can be held within the smallest objects, and that a simple, forgotten coin at the bottom of a pocket could one day rewrite a collector's destiny. In the world of numismatics, certain coins manage to carve out legendary status, not just for their age or condition, but for the remarkable stories behind them. One such extraordinary coin is the 1998 one-penny piece, a coin that at first glance appears entirely ordinary but hides an incredible secret. Struck in the United Kingdom, the humble 1p coin rarely draws attention, yet a specific variety from 1998 has become one of the most sought-after treasures in the coin collecting world. Back in 1998, the Royal Mint produced millions of one-penny coins for everyday use. These coins typically feature Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on the obverse and a crown portcullis design on the reverse. However, a tiny handful of these coins were struck under unusual circumstances, creating a numismatic anomaly. It was a simple error, a prototype or pattern coin that accidentally made it out into circulation or was retained by an insider, never intended for the public to see. What sets this coin apart is its unique composition. While standard 1p coins of the time were made from copper-plated steel, this rare piece was struck in bronze, the metal alloy that had been discontinued for UK pennies in 1992. By 1998, the bronze variant was long obsolete, making the appearance of a 1998 dated bronze penny an unexpected and baffling discovery. Collectors and experts alike have debated for years how this coin came to exist, with theories ranging from a rogue press run to a deliberate test piece. The mystery only deepened when one such coin surfaced in the possession of a private collector. When examined by specialists, it was confirmed that this particular 1998 penny was indeed struck in bronze, differing from the millions of its steel counterparts. The weight, color, and metallurgical analysis all pointed to a coin that technically shouldn't exist. This discovery sent ripples through the numismatic community, and speculation about its origin became the subject of intrigue and fascination. To date, only a handful of these rare 1998 bronze pennies are believed to exist, though the exact number remains unknown. Their scarcity has made them the object of obsession among high-end collectors, with each sighting treated as a major event. The coin's status as both an error and a relic of obsolete minting practices contributes to its legendary appeal, placing it in the upper echelons of collectible UK currency. Adding to its mystique is the legal grey area surrounding its ownership. As a pattern or trial piece, the Royal Mint technically retains ownership rights over any coins not officially released. This makes every private holding of a 1998 bronze penny a potentially contentious issue, only increasing its allure for risk-tolerant collectors willing to defy convention for a piece of history. It wasn't until one such coin was offered discreetly through a private auction that its true market potential became apparent. The coin, authenticated and accompanied by metallurgical certification, attracted a bidding war among elite collectors and institutions. The final hammer price stunned even seasoned experts, setting a new benchmark for modern British coinage. At that private auction, the 1998 one penny in bronze fetched an astonishing $2.7 million. The sale catapulted the coin into global headlines, drawing attention from not just numismatists but also mainstream media outlets. Overnight, a tiny, otherwise unnoticed coin transformed into a multi-million-dollar artifact, redefining perceptions about modern mint errors and their value. Since that historic sale, the legend of the 1998 bronze penny has only grown. Collectors routinely check their change and sift through coin lots in the desperate hope of uncovering one of these elusive pieces. Its rarity, combined with the captivating story and immense market value, has cemented the 1998 one penny's status as one of the rarest and most valuable modern coins in existence. For those who chase the thrill of the unknown and dream of a life-changing discovery, the tale of the 1998 one penny stands as a reminder that sometimes, the most extraordinary treasures hide in plain sight.